All right, welcome in. We'll go ahead and get started. That was Say Hallelujah by Tracy Chapman. Uh, it's really been a nice car groove for me. I'll play it like 5 times in a row. That'll be like the length of getting to one of my, I don't know, friends' houses or something. And it's just been like reverberating into me in a nice way. Hallelujah is not a word that I like have ever had a connection with spiritually or connected with that much. I wasn't raised like while I was surrounded by black church just because of the black older people around me. My parents weren't religious, and then I was raised Buddhist, so I wasn't like raised religious like that. So it's nice to feel like I don't know. It's a word that a lot of people have a connection with, and I was like, oh, I have a little FOMO, so now I have my own connection with this Tracy Chapman song. That is not new, but is just for some reason on my heart these days. But anyways, welcome everyone. It's so lovely to sit with you. Welcome to my Harriet practice. We'll get into practice in a few minutes here. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Um, oh, I see Casey saying they might be in and out, no problem. If you're having audio or video issues, I hope we can support you as best we can. And hi, Alpa, nice to see you in here for the first time. And Anne, hello again. Always, always. You're here first, so I don't want to leave you out of the group hello. But today we'll be moving through our kind of basic practice here. And I just wanted to note that it's kind of a powerful weekend. It was full moon this morning at 6:17 Central Time, so whatever time that is for you. And we had two moons in Capricorn, full moons in Capricorn in a row, just so rare. Today was the final degree, so we got two of them. And this one, so I've read, I'm not a moonologist or whatever an expert of the moon is called, but I was reading up and it's supposedly a moon that's inviting fortification through turbulent times to really, on the collective and individual level, and the levels that kind of blend those together, it's meant to really invite us to take a serious look, in that, yeah, Capricornius way of spacious and diligently saying, what do I need right now? Right? What do I need? And so that's our question almost every single week. We anchor into what we need. But today specifically, with the full moon, and then with also yesterday being uh, July 20th, 2024, in Octavia Butler's The Parable of the Sower, that's the day that Lauren Olamida's journal begins. So it's the first kind of birthing of Earthseed. And this kind of reminder that the time to free ourselves is right now. The time to water the seeds we have planted is right now, exactly now. And now has always been, right? Whether it's the July 20th we just experienced yesterday, whether it's the one that was written about before, whether it's the one we've dreamed about in the past or that we'll write about, in the future looking back. What can we do to dig into now the 21st of July for us, for most people in this time chunk of the world? But for some people, it's yesterday and tomorrow, right now, right? Not tying ourselves to linear time, playing with time. We humbly approach this day, this moment, this breath, in hopes to lead with the experience of liberation, right? In the beginning of Earthseed, the little quote that starts off the whole book, or I shouldn't say Earthseed, A Parable of the Sower. The quote that starts off the whole book is, All that you touch, you change. All that you change changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change. Earthseed, the book of the living. And in thinking of God as change, and thinking of that truth, that all that we touch both changes us and changes what we are touching, right? This moment is created again and again, and I can step into my agency and notice, how am I changed? How do I shape that changing with God, with the Buddhas, with Ma Harriet? How do I get over what I think I'm limited by, my own impossibilities, my own ego, my own fear? And how do I dive into the reality that change is here? It's not only coming, it is now. This moment is changing. And the sooner I accept that, the sooner I can move with the waves of those change. I can let the tide of change erode at the systems of oppression and false permanence around me. Because I know nothing is permanent. Not this moment, not this idea of liberation. So what can I dig into, if not these big structures and institutions I've been raised to, supposedly trust and believe in? Although, all of us in here with our varying identities have been loving against those systems, right? Back into remembering who we are, remembering our liberation. And so today, as we move into our practice, as we let the waves and our heartbeat, the waves of our blood, right? The literal waters in our body, just start by just taking a couple deep breaths in and out, remembering that everything is opt in, opt out today. If you need to take a break, leave, come back, this moment is for you to tend to yourself and to each other. Just take a few breaths in and out, starting to notice where you feel your breath. Perhaps a gentle stretch in the neck or shoulders. Really just taking a moment to feel into the physical form, the container for this breath, opening that door for deep listening. Just starting with what's right here. Noticing perhaps the weight of your clothes against you, the temperature of the air around you. We settle into our seat, feeling not just the cushion, the floor, but the soil, the earth down beneath us, rising up to hold us. One of the first things Lauren tells us about in Parable of the Sower is her reoccurring dream. And she says that dream lesson by dream lesson, she teaches herself to fly. So we take this moment, this breath, this power of our own imagination, of our own yearning for liberation, and dream lesson by dream lesson, we teach ourselves to fly. When I think of these stories of Harriet as Moses creating miracles, when I think of the stories of, Jesus or the Buddha or different deities, Manjushri is a deity that like lightning zaps across worlds. More than questioning like the reality and the logic, which is its own realm of thoughts and meditations that are valid, I am drawn to the emotion of the stories. Like, what is it trying to teach me how to feel? What is it trying to get me to remember that I can do? To remember that is possible? What kind of communal action is it trying to teach me is possible? Once I get out of this idea of, binary form and this body and just being trapped in this like material samsara world. It teaches me to stop solving the puzzles that are unsolvable, to stop trying, really, right? Because one, when I think I've solved it, I haven't. And two, when I try, I trick myself into thinking I could in the first place, and I can't. I won't think my way out of the world's problems, but I will feel my way back to myself. I will remember my way back to free, loving community, and that is somewhere where we can actually start. And so today we'll open up with uh, the Ma Harriet mantra, reciting for just a couple, 5 minutes or so. Really, if we'd like to imagine, dream lesson by dream lesson, we can imagine as we sing this opening mantra, we find ourselves perhaps by a river in the moonlight. Breathing in and out with the rushing waters, we might feel the wind rolling over our forearms, our cheek, the softness of the moonlight dancing through the leaves of the trees around us. As we breathe with these rushing waters, we let our voice become an agent of alchemization, of conduction. We breathe a new underground railroad station into life within our beating hearts. Om, the seed syllable, the whole universe. Ma Harriet, her name. Soha, hey, may it be so. Please see me. We chant these words and let them change us. As we change them, as we create this living, dying moment together. Om Harriet Soha. Om Harriet. Om Harriet Soha. Om Harriet Soha. Om Harriet Soha. Soha. Om Ma Harriet 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 Soha. Take a breath in and let it out. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. Not needing to change even your breath, your thoughts, your emotions, just noticing. Like the soft moonlight that reaches out to gently touch the skin, we simply cast a light as a witness to ourselves in this moment. Having welcomed Ma Harriet into this space, she joins us. And today, I find the invitation to see her as many-faced. Yes, I imagine Ma Harriet in her powerful form, but I also see the little girl of Lauren Olamida. I see the medicine Buddha. I see my own protectors and beloveds. If I dare, I see myself. As the dappled moonlight of liberation, dancing, changing across the soil. Illuminating the night. Ma Harriet arrives like the full moon. Rising into the sky, rising into our heart space. And we welcome her. With our efforts of remembering, with our offerings of our yearning for liberation, for clarity. We offer her a seat as the shepherd of this flock. We trust in her guidance, meaning we know we deserve this care, this unending devotion, this reciprocity, and we honor it with our seeking, our refusal to look away, to the heartbreak of the world, to the pain and the joy. And we take a moment to just expand, breathe in this space. You might breathe on your own, taking a few deep breaths, or I'll guide us through a little sliding box breath. For this breath, we'll breathe in through the nose, hold our breath, breathe out through the mouth, hold our breath. An invitation to really explore those pauses in between inhale and exhale, right? Shattering even our idea of a breath being one singular thing. We break it up farther and farther, right? And to just, in that full feeling of, after breathing all the way in, relax the container around that full breath. See if you can provide just a comfortable or alive space for that breath to settle a little. Then we breathe out all the way, and then we notice that empty state too, trusting that our inhale will come. We'll take a clearing breath in, let it all out. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, relaxing the body. Exhale, slow. Hold, in, hold, out, hold. Let your breathing return to normal. I invite you to just take a moment to Feel that breath. Connecting with your seat, even reaching down to touch your hands to your thighs or to the ground around you. We might imagine taking just a couple deep breaths in, drawing our breath from the earth, filling our bodies with that breath, and then breathing out, offering it back into the earth. We'll move into the spiritual portion of our practice after communal prayers. I invite you to keep this kind of breath in mind, this kind of offering in mind, even as a visualization, as we offer our prayers, that we're sending them not only out physically with our sound waves, but into the earth, right? Through time, into change itself. May our speaking of our prayers and longing be the instigation for their fruition, their fulfillment. So in the chat, we have our communal prayers. You might take a position that feels like offering to you, whether that's palms together, hands out, connecting with yourself. May all beings be free. May those suffering experience liberation. May we hold each other through revolution. May we abolish everything that is not love. May we rebirth a free world. Ashe. Svaha. May it be so. If you haven't read Spring Washam's book on Harriet Tubman, I highly recommend it. Uh, she works with Lama Rod, and we've become friends recently, and she does a lot of channeling with Mother Harriet and wrote this beautiful book, like in conversation with her. And there's this part describing going down. Today, our spiritual will be singing the refrain. It's in the chat, but again, you can always just listen and repeat, or just listen and not repeat, whatever feels good. But the refrain of uh, "Let my people go," right? I don't know I can't remember the actual name of this song right now, but you know what song I'm talking about, and that's the refrain. But going down is like a directive from God or from like the collective unseen world of, you know, bodhisattvas and Buddhas and ancestors all working for liberation. Every now and then, the world is in such a state that somebody has to go down into the uh like material realm and help out, right? So Harriet was ordered to go down, right? To be born into that body in order to liberate the people around her, to liberate the enslaved people around her, is the kind of idea in that book. Oh, yeah, I recommend that. If that's the podcast I'm thinking of, that's a great podcast to listen to. Uh, but thinking of that idea of go down, especially with the lyrics, thinking of Moses as Harriet Tubman, that was her code name, one of them. So go down, way down in Egypt's land, right? in the context of this spiritual, that's go down to your personal front line, right? What do you need to do in your daily life to fortify yourself, as the full moon asks us to prepare to be cared for enough to resource yourself, to be brave and clear enough to go into the heart of your pain, of your community's pain, of your people's pain, and to demand to let your people go, to demand of yourself to let that pain go, to let its hold on you loosen, to remember your liberation and move in alignment with it. When we sing this song, we're daring ourselves to take our own shackles off, to break every chain, no matter the, you know, feared cost or the assumed impossibility to believe that we can, and to seek experiences that teach us what that feels like so we can know and be clear about what that means when we say, may all beings be free, let my people go. So that once the systems crumble, we don't just build them back up again with a new face, right? We know where to go. We know how to be ourselves. So we'll move through this a few times, singing together before closing out today. Again, drinking water, taking care of your body, making sure you feel appropriate, sustained in your posture. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Go down, Moses, Way down in Egypt's land, tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. In the depths of our breath, we offer our deepest yearning at the feet of Mother Harriet, at the feet of each ancestor across time, praying for us to get free. We put our feet in the soils of the plantations that we were born in, and we till the land. We cry our grief into the waters, we sing into the air and winds until we are changed. The point at which someone becomes a bodhisattva or a Buddha is described as a point from which you can't look back. You can never go back. Your eyes have been opened so that you see. So that, your heart has broken for the final time before you refuse to put it back together, before the world is right. You let your pain lay bare so that you can see clearly into the truth of what we need to let go of and what we deserve to move into, of what needs to be born, of what is begging for you to shed light on it right now. And so we thank Mother Harriet, we thank the ancestors, and we carry them with us in this, metaphysical underground railroad. The very ribs of your body are the tracks, right? The blood in your veins are the vessels. The pain in your deep sighs at the end of the day are the passengers. May we carry them with grace, with love. And may we move together, continuing on, track by track, forging a new path, breathing a new breath, and letting go of whatever we need to, when we need to, as quickly as possible, so that we may embrace the gentler worlds seated in our lap. Thank you for your practice today. I'm so happy to sit with you as always